doing it live. What's the first thing?
We say our names. My name is Nate.
My name is Preston.
And we're reviewing Scream by Wes Craven.
Wes Craven.
Self-aware slasher. Self-aware.
You just hyphenate all that?
Self-aware is hyphenated as slasher.
I don't know how he beat that. Like, he's exactly right.
Yeah. This movie is about a girl whose mom was murdered, and she's afraid of getting murdered, and she almost does, but she doesn't. And that's the whole plot.
Okay, this movie in one sentence. Drew Barrymore dies, Sidney Prescott almost dies. So Drew Barrymore answers the phone to a stranger that is calling her. No, he says, answer these questions and I'll let you live, basically.
They're like film trivia.
Yeah, it's all based on horror films. He's like, it's all stuff about like Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees and stuff like that. And she gets them all right, except for who was the killer in Friday the 13th, because it's not Jason Voorhees, it's his mother. And she gets that wrong, so he's like, okay, I gotta kill you. And he kills her. And her parents come home to see her dead, hanging in the tree in the front yard. No.
Drew Barrymore
almost dies, but Sidney Prescott doesn't. There we go.
Sidney Prescott's mother has been murdered, and she's upset about it.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta be honest, she's not too fond of her mom being dead.
Yeah.
But she's got a boyfriend who wants to get all touchy-feely with her sexually.
Was this movie PG-13 at the time, or was it?
No, it definitely must have been
R. So all this news is coming out about Sidney Prescott and her deceased mother, and what's going to happen to her.
And so these teens keep dying in their school because they're just too damn sexy. These teens are just so hot.
They're trying to get down and dirty.
And so they just keep dying because they're just looking too good.
So Sidney Prescott's like, oh, I'm going to get killed. So the whole movie is about her trying to get killed, and we learn
she's trying to get killed.
No, she's not.
Somebody kill me, please. I need to die.
Okay. But obviously the whole mystery is like, who's Ghostface? Who is this person?
He's a rapper in Wu-Tang.
That's Ghostface Killer. Okay, yeah.
So her boyfriend and Shaggy are like, yo, our parents are out of town. Let's have a party at our lake house or something. And so they have this party, and they're all fucking just doing horror movie tropes. They're just like...
Oh, yeah. But they're aware. It's like, they're aware. It's not a bad movie.
Because of Jamie Kenney's character, he's like... Somebody's like, I'll be right back. And he's like, you never say that, you're going to die. And then they die because they said that. And it's just real good about that.
Yeah.
And then we find out that, the reason why Ghostface could be in multiple places at once is because it's actually two people.
Yep. It's her boyfriend, as well as one of the people in their friend group.
Shaggy.
Who plays Shaggy in the Scooby-Doo movie.
Porn version or the real one?
Zoink.
Like, they're upset with every horror film because, like, they always get caught because the horror, like, villains are stupid. But they're like, if we're two people, like, we don't need to be stupid and we can get away with this. Mm-hmm. And they almost do, except for the fact that, like, her boyfriend takes it a bit too far and he stabs Shaggy, like, too much. Because they need to make it seem like a murder-suicide, And basically Sid's character prevails and she catches them and...
happily ever after until Scream 2 and 3 and 4.
Well, your original sentence was Sidney Prescott doesn't. Well, Sidney Prescott.
Move on.
When Jamie Kennedy is describing all the horror movie tropes, right?
That's what I was going to do.
So Nate, you get to do it because this camera's not going.
We can all do it.
No, let's go first.
No.
The camera.
So Jamie Kennedy is describing the horror movie tropes. Dude, I grew up on this movie, okay? My babysitter...
Go.
No, shut up. Yeah, my favorite scene is when Jamie Kennedy is describing all these horror movie tropes, and the movie just defies all these tropes. Like, it kind of reenacts them, but then does all these quirky things to
lays them
It
out for you.
embraces them.
Yeah, it lays them
Yeah.
out for you. It's like, here are these tropes, and then you see the character do
Yep.
them, and you're still surprised when the tropes come
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
Like, you're like, oh, this character's saying, I'll be right back, and then you're like, Jamie Kennedy had just described how that character is going to die, and then when it happens, you're like, oh my god, that character, like, I can't believe that character just died, even though they just said that they were going to.
This is like the most important thing to my development as a human being.
That's the like magic of this movie is
Yeah.
that it tells you when the deaths are going to happen, and you still feel surprised when they happen. You're like,
Yeah.
oh my god, like what the like.
He's in 13 Ghosts.
Yeah.
And Without a Paddle.
He's in the new season of Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks, yeah.
But yeah. So my favorite scene is the climax where Sid.
Well, that's part of the climax.
Yeah. So her boyfriend is coming down the stairs. He's like, just moments before they were about to have sex upstairs, and Ghostface comes in, stabs her boyfriend, and you're like, oh my god, like. Ghostface, like you believe that it can't be her boyfriend.
Yeah. She confirms at this point it's not my boyfriend.
Yeah, it's not my boyfriend. Like, because she had suspicions early on.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, and so he comes down the stairs and he's like, Sid, like I need help or whatever. And then his demeanor completely changes when Shaggy comes in. I can't remember his.
I don't remember.
He comes in and they get on the walkie-talkies and they're like, hello, Sid. Like they do the voice. Yeah. And they're both doing it, and you're like, "Oh my fucking god!" Like because at that point she's trapped, like she's cornered by these two people that now you know are like Ghostface, and they start sort of like giving the typical like villain monologue of why they're doing this, and it's such like a menacing scene, which is it's basically all exposition, but it's done like so well.
You don't believe that's two people
because so many red herrings had happened that were so good that like. You think that it's the cop because of the boots or like something like something weird like that, and
I don't know. I just think Wes Craven was a genius. I don't know if you can call it one scene, but the whole opening sequence with Drew Barrymore, it shows immediately to the viewer that the film is self-aware. That it's going to be in a way kind of a horror satire. Yeah. I think. I love how self-aware that Wes Craven is because he's talking trash about his own movies in the film. Right. Let me tell you, I was a vampire every year for Halloween as a kid, except for 2 years. One, I was a clown. The second, I was Ghostface because I love this movie so much.
I mean, I guess the thing that I least like about the movie is maybe the time period that it's made in. Like, I personally don't like the set design that's like going into. Like sort of mid 90s, like I think that but that's not a problem.
It's like late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, well, like it's a problem of that time in the sense that
chokers.
Like everything.
Everyone's
like,
wearing a choker. Everybody's dressed in black.
Everything sort of like looks dumb, but in that sense, it's like accurate in that like it looked very much of that time.
Yeah. I think the one thing I don't like about the movie is that we all already know that Cotton is not the killer. Like, it's very clear from the beginning that, obviously, we wouldn't have a conflict in this movie if Cotton wasn't the killer.
Yeah.
Or if Cotton was the killer. We would already know.
Cotton is the one that was convicted.
Yeah, he was already... Yeah. Well, no, he was accused. I mean, it helped establish the genre, really.
I mean, when you think
it's
of, like,
a good genre.
When you think of actual, like I don't even know if I would consider Friday the 13th good. Like...
Oh, it's not.
Nightmare on Elm Street is good, but
Nightmare on Elm Street is definitely
that's
good.
like... One of the only slashers that's like really
Friday the 13th wasn't even well received when it came out, and it's still not that good of a movie. I mean, obviously for the genre, it's important.
The
but
image,
as a film,
image of like
good.
Jason Voorhees is
good.
His
it's iconic
like, horror. Yeah. Halloween, where you have Jamie Curtis's character being like a scream queen, right? Or where she's like the last girl that survives, but. In my opinion, in Halloween, she's very passive. Like she doesn't really do anything. She's just babysitting, and then she's forced to sort of shoot Michael. Yeah. Whereas in, I think this movie, Sidney is very active.
Yep.
Like she's very proactive against Ghostface in the sense that she feels strong from the beginning. Like she's cautious about everybody. She doesn't trust anyone. Scream sets up sort of this new archetype that we'll see in later slashers of like where you get like Don't Breathe and things like that, where
it follows.
yeah, where like the lead female,
slasher.
the last female, the surviving female, is actually like strong from the beginning. Like she's not just sort of there and the killer's after her because of her like womanness. Like she's prepared in a way.
Suspiria.
Let's go.
Hey, stop it. 9 kitchen knives out of 10. Like 9.5 kitchen knives out of 10. So like 9 kitchen knives and a butter knife. Yeah, because it's really good. Like it's great.
Like I said, when I was babysat as a kid, this is what they put on the TV for me instead of like Barney and Friends. This is my childhood to me. This is a 10 out of 10 movie. Yeah. I mean, it's so self-aware. I mean, I don't know. Like all the criticism you can have from it is how cliched it is, but Wes Craven knows how cliched he's being when he's doing this film.
Okay.
Now, if you talk about Scream 4, that's a whole different story. It's garbage. Yup. Cheers.
I'm Nate. If you want to see more of the things that I'm in on this channel, you can click here. Right there.
I'm Preston. If you, for some reason, want to see more of what I've been doing on here, please click here.